Buenos dias. Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? Here we go. Oh man, I gotta do this today. All right, let me go live here. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hey, good morning, good morning, all my owner operators. It is Monday, so hopefully you are already out of Florida or heading out of Florida today. Hit the ground running. So once again, my name is Christian with Super Trucker Podcast, Voyager Nation, here to bring good content in front of good people. So this is for owner operators to be and current owner operators that are looking to level up actually and link up with a good carrier that offers a lot of programs that will benefit you. All right. So what we do is actually take tons of questions that come across our social media platforms, put them all together, and then we answer them here 9 a.m. Monday to Friday. So to all my people who are out there, please like, share, subscribe. It helps the algorithm put the content in front of the right people and helps push the program along, and it motivates us. All right, guys. So give it a minute. Let some people join here, and we will get this party started. All right, so here we go. Test 1 2, test. All right. All right, make sure you guys are like, share, subscribe. Everything above helps the algorithm push things right along. So jumping right into some of the questions. Did get one over the weekend. What type of inventory do we have on the lease to purchase? So just keep in mind, guys. Number one, we do not have a carrier offered lease to purchase program. What happens is we do have a kind of like a sort of a partnership, only because they have a really good product. So we're not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form directly, but a lot of our guys have used Lone Mountain as one of their as buying a truck or leasing a truck. The beauty about it, what they like about it, is that they're independent. They can move the truck around, and their monthly payments are so reasonable that guys, it's hard to walk away from something like that. I mean, these guys are getting into trucks for $1,600, just about $1,700 a month. Where other lease to carrier, carrier offered leases are always going to be, probably like $1,000 a week when you do the math, and that's all in. So you want to be careful with that. And again, it's just a few questions of over the weekend where a lot of guys are thinking we have the carrier lease to purchase program, and we do not. It is going through Lone Mountain, so pretty good program there. And the reason is a lot of guys have used it, and they're successful with it. So like I did say, we haven't had them come through just yet. We're anticipating them this week, at the end of the week or early next week. We got an individual from Lone Mountain himself, and we're just going to do a nice walk around that truck so people can kind of see exactly what type of quality comes out of that location. So as soon as I get that in my hands, we'll make that video for you guys. All right, make sure you like, share, subscribe, guys. Again, it helps the algorithm put this content in front of the right people, and helps helps out the channel tremendously. So I would appreciate that. Please smash that like button and share this video with those who are thinking of becoming owner operators. All right, so all right, so kind of get started. Please don't forget, put questions in the comments. We'll get them answered during the show. And in addition to that, if by any chance we miss any, we definitely will, circle back the very next morning and get them answered. But the idea is to make this, to answer them right now. So for all my people out there, once again, it is Monday. So I'm hoping you're already on your way out of Florida, if not making delivery out of Florida, so that you can win. And here we go. And if your dispatcher is not doing that for you, 863-342-5171, definitely give us a call. Our guys understand the game. They know how to move. They know how to move things around, and make sure that you end up on top of it. So remember, utilization and planning of this week should have started last Friday. That's when everything matters. All right. So hopefully you already have a plan. All right, so a lot of the stuff that comes across the table, again, it's first-time owner operators looking to see should they make the jump. what's the value of making the jump, what's some kind of realistic expectation, and so forth. So that's what we do, is answer those questions. Pros and cons of leasing on as an independent contractor or leasing on to someone. So, time and time again, I definitely get people that come across where they've done everything for themselves. Like, they're trying to do it all at one time instead of leveraging some of the responsibilities to a carrier as you get stronger as an owner operator. Remember, so if you've never dispatched before, but you know how to show up on time, you got the driving down pack, you just never dispatched before, then that piece right there has to get learned, right? So why not lease on to a carrier much like us, where you have an experienced dispatcher with your interest in mind, and now these guys are going to move you around, making money while you learn the game. Because there's going to be a learning curve, right? There's so many things that happen behind the scenes, especially when you're new, when you got that new authority. So to do everything at once could be definitely challenging and very costly. So this is the tremendous value of leasing on, where people have a program much like us. So check this out: 75-25 split. Right. And what that's going to do right there is, number one, it allows you to operate in transparency. So one, you're always going to get original rate confirmations. As a matter of fact, we send you directly the email from the customers right over to you, so you see exactly what time it is and how it's going down. We also make it very easy with the program. So cargo liability insurance is part of the package deal. So there's no additional deductions for that on your settlement. Nothing is going to blindside you. You already know, week after week after week, what your deductions look like. Nothing is hidden. It's not going to be those places where they nickel and dime you. It's transparency is everything. All right. So in addition to all that, guys, we also have the program where, you're getting a quality trailer. Right. So the trailers are as follows: they're 23s, 22s, 21. So top of the line equipment. And the reason we're doing that is we have to support your business in order to make sure you're delivering and making the money. The last thing we want is to affect the operations where guys are getting rejected because, that company got you with a rust bucket and now you got downtime. So many things can unravel at that point that we rather just provide you with a newer trailer. And it's worry-free program. We got a trailer mechanic on site who's taking he takes care of those bad boys right here on site. So that they're well kept and they're always roadworthy and they're ready for the road. So whether you're doing, guys are coming back on a weekly basis or guys are spending 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out on the road, they're always going to have access to quality trailers. So guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. It's going to help us out in the algorithm and get these videos in front of the right people. In addition to that, please subscribe and hit the notification so you get notified every time we drop that video. All right. So please do that for me. And all right. So another thing that we do, again, we offer fuel savings, a program that pretty much nobody else is offering. So the way we do it is, number one, we push 100% of that fuel savings right to the owner operator, so you reap the benefit of that. And then here's the interesting part, right? You're actually going to get 2 fuel cards. They're both active simultaneously. And what that's going to allow you to do is actually, toggle between the two. So you're going to download both apps to your phone. Now you're going to trip plan on each app, and you're going to see which one is going to be more aggressive in savings. So you just got to pay attention because, you got to pay attention to the sticker price and the discount amount. Sometimes, if the sticker price is lower, a smaller discount, you may end up in a better place than a higher discount with a higher sticker price, if that makes any sense. All right, so these are the programs we have. We offer free parking right here in Lakeland, Florida, basically the mecca of trucking. So here you go. I think people are paying typically $150 at minimum a month for parking. So if you're in this area and you're looking to park that truck and trailer, leasing out to us, you reap the benefit of free parking. Anything that we can do to help our owner operators level up and improve their business, that's what we're down for. So here we go. Give us a call at 863-342-5171. Talk to us about all the programs. We in addition to all of that, we also cover, we provide all the permits. So that's a tremendous value for you. We do have a plate program. It's pretty easy. So anybody looking to jump on the plate program, it's all you really need is that valid 2290 and a copy of the title, and we can get you onto the program within 1 day. Usually the way we do it, guys, is our orientations are held usually on a Monday, Friday. We actually got one gentleman in right now, and so it's either Monday or Friday, but we could squeeze anybody in during the week. We're very flexible. But here we go from 9 to 3. And it doesn't matter if you need plates, if you're looking for the bobtail insurance, all of that gets done on that day of orientation, that the day that you need it. So we want to make sure that you have a load out the very next day, and so that's the reason we do an efficient, effective orientation, to make sure that you're winning and you get on the road as quick as possible. Especially like, and what makes that possible is actually when somebody is buying a truck. So for anybody out there who's buying that truck, some of the things that you have to consider is that you need that truck on the road right away. So because that payment is going to be right around the corner, and you want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence before you even go pick up the truck. For those who have heard of a letter of intent, they're usually wanting to see that you already have a haul source. And the reason they want to see that you have a haul source is because they want to know you already got that business plan. They want to know that you already got it placed for this truck. They don't want to just give you this truck and then all of a sudden you start looking for a home, and it could be taxing. You may not find it. You're searching, and then all of a sudden that payment is creeping up, and you haven't, your business hasn't seen any revenue. So that'll be problematic for them. They want to make sure that you got that payment. So what we do is, all you got to do is call 863-342-5171. We'll walk you through the entire process from wherever you're buying that truck, because the process is pretty much the same. The only thing really changing is names, dates, and, times, if you will. But for the most part, we know already what the dealers are looking for. There's a lot of things that you could already set into motion and take care of, and we don't have to wait and prolong the process, right? You want to be able to physically pick up the truck, let's say in the morning, start heading towards orientation that day, whether you're, I don't know, you might be a couple 100 miles away, you might be 1,000 miles away, depending on where you're buying the truck. But nevertheless, you want to go directly from dealer to orientation to get that bad boy on the road and under a load. So we help you move with that. Time is of the essence. We understand the urgency. So that is what we're really good at. So for those who want to experience that or have questions, and you're currently buying that truck and having a little bit of issues, whether it's the title transfer receipts or the bill of sales and 2290s and any back office stuff that could get you caught up and slow down your process, usually we find a way to be efficient at that and get you moving. So 863-342-5171, give us a call, and I'm sure we could help out. All right, so so a lot of the guys are always asking, company trucks, they don't want to compete with them. But as a reminder, guys, we do not have any company trucks. We are 100% owner operator. And what it does is it makes you the primary customer. So there are no company trucks here to compete with. We do have some fleet owners with multiple trucks. In those type of situations, those fleet drivers do work for those owner operators directly, but we do not have any company trucks. All right. In addition to that, a lot of guys are always saying, what kind of work area do we do? We do not service California and Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, so nothing on that island. Give me a second. So the reason nothing on that island is because, man, it's just problematic. Tolls, bridges, all that good stuff. And not just that, you're stuck up there in traffic, somebody hits you, and then all of a sudden, everything you thought you were going to be making is out the window. So it's better to stay clear of trouble, nice and easy, to win the race. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Keeping your truck moving, consistency with that. And then we stay just disciplined to that. All right. So we got even guys who, who are home every weekend. We got guys who are out for 2 weeks. We got guys who are 3, 4, 5 weeks. The beauty about it is your dispatch is tailored around you, your needs, your goals, and we just operate within that and max you out as far as getting as much revenue onto your business as possible. So again, give us a call at 863-342-5171. So the Cali, so Melvin is asking like, why not Cali? Number one, California is, you could always start with it. It's not an owner operator friendly state. That's number one. A lot of guys, have gotten citations, definitely for speeding. The whole state is that. But also guys who, let's say an owner operator deleted their regen system, right? And then you don't know if that is over there. The fines that come with that are astronomical, and it's not that, everybody is doing that. Nobody is saying that. But what happens is it's just not a friendly state. It's problematic in that regard. And so they even limit the years of trucks that can go in there. And so let's say a guy has a 98, or even the 2000, and that guy has a mint truck and he keeps it up to par and everything is good. Can't even go over there. So it's a lot of that. It's just not an owner operator friendly state. So we rather just look the other way. Plus, there's not like much coming out of there that it's worth writing home about. So that's why we don't do no Cali. You ever been to Cali, Melvin? Oh, here we go. Nice. There we go. Yeah, usually it just depends on, man. Like, it gets complicated. So that's what we say. A lot of times is just nice and easy, nice and steady wins the race. Keeping our guys from getting any type of issues is the main part. And we even talk, just kind of a sidebar. I got a guy who was applying. He actually got lit up in Cali on his, and a lot of the stuff that was on that PSP. Man, and any state could light you up on the PSP, but this guy was thinking he got away with the warning. So which brings actually to my next I guess topic. If you guys can go off into that. A lot of guys think that once you get pulled over, DOT is going to just give you a warning and my mind goes away. No, any kind of warning, like a warning on a speeding ticket, right? That is not. So the problem with getting a warning ticket, or a warning rather, on for speeding is the following: it will go on your PSP. So the problem that this guy was having is that, not only is it on his PSP, he can't fight it. So if he would have actually physically got the ticket, he could have lawyered up, got a ticket, got a lawyer on that bad boy, fought it, had it down, had it to plea out to something different. Could have been improper lane change, could have been this, could have been that. And once you have that, now you have those findings, then you can data queue that and take that off. It will say on your PSP that, what the new charge is, and that it was changed from an original charge, but it won't show. But once you get a warning, the problem my guy is having is you can't fight a warning. So it's just visible, right? So the PSP is really, these guys are looking, insurance is looking, everybody is looking just to see behavioral. So it's habits, right? What kind of habits does this individual have? So maybe one is not going to be the end of the world, problematic, but not the end of the world. But once these warnings start popping up and multiple warnings on your PSP, you're going to quickly see that you went from being very marketable and sought after as a company driver or owner operator, because the PSP will affect company guys and owner operators. There is no difference. So now you're going to see that now you're not marketable. A lot of guys aren't going to touch you, so your options are not the same. They quickly change. So you got to be taking care of that PSP, guys. Be diligent. You can go on to FMCSA, log on, check it out. You always want to make sure that all the information on there is accurate. So do that for yourself, because again, it is your livelihood. So systems aren't made perfect. So sometimes you may have to dispute something, but it's better to know that something is there and you're controlling that, rather than to be in that situation where you had no idea and too much time has passed and now you can't fix it. So be cautious of that, guys. Pay attention to that PSP. And how do you get something removed? Called the data queue. Usually the probably easiest way for somebody to do it is, like, let's say you got the violation, you fought it off, you got the paperwork from the lawyer, you got the judgment, everything is in your hand. You should hand it over to that safety team from the carrier that you're with, because what's going to happen there is then they can just data queue that with their findings and present that as a nice, lovely little case and let them do the work for you. At the end of the day, it's in their benefit and your benefit that comes off. So use your resources wisely. Everybody is there for everybody should be involved for the best outcome as possible. But nevertheless, guys, do pay attention to the PSP. It's important. As a matter of fact, we just recently had a hire. We had a new hire, and one of the things that we had to make an adjustment on was on the work history. So on that work history, everything was fine, right? But then he had a carrier on the PSP, and so then that right there, now that carrier has to be on his application. So the reasons that may not happen is, even if, like, let's say you were doing just helping a buddy out, and you're helping him with his truck and just moving it from A to B, whatever, you're doing a good thing, right? That's your good deed of the year. And then you get stopped and you get an inspection or out of service or some kind of violation, that will still hit your PSP. And then things come later. So a lot of things is, now your buddy, if he gets in an audit and it was his company, DOT may come with anybody who's had an inspection under his DOT for that year, and all of a sudden they're going to be asking him for your DQ file, and he's not going to have that. So that could be problematic on his end. So again, it's not that I'm agreeing with all this, guys. I'm just sharing all the details and everything that happens behind the scenes, just so while you're making these decisions and you're doing your things out there, that you pay attention and make sure you're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So careful out there. Keep an eye on your PSP. It's so important. It's to the bottom. It's your business, and you got to keep it afloat. All right, my people. So like, share, subscribe. Make sure you share this content. It definitely helps the algorithm push everything along. We value that. Get this information in front of the right people. Smash that like button, and if you are not, please go subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we drop gems just like this. All right, guys, we definitely would appreciate that. All right, so we got Monday, baby. Let's go. Where's everybody at? Are we delivering? Are we unloading? Are we picking up? Where are we at? What are you guys doing out there? And I wonder how many people, what's actually surprising is a lot of people that come through the orientation process, that I've met throughout the years, don't really know that a PSP is out there. I mean, some guys do for sure, but a lot of guys had no idea. So that is why we even say, like, even if you're running a company truck, and the violations are on the vehicle, they're on you as well. So it's not that just the carrier is going to carry that. Even if they pay the ticket, let's say they pay the ticket, that blemish is still going to be on your PSP. So you got to pay attention to all of that, right? The violation is yours, and it will be on your PSP for 3 years, and the carrier gets it for 2. So guys, if you don't know, now you do. Please make sure you're checking that out. The last thing you want to do is start a project, buy your truck, only to find out that you're not marketable, or you can't really get something because of some kind of violation that's on there that you were not aware of. So definitely do your homework, do the research, get into that, and see what's up. All right. So do I have any questions that's out there, guys? Put it in the comments. All right. Here we go. All right. So even that, guys, make sure for those who are updating your medical cards, make sure you're keeping the long form. I know they rolled out the new process and so forth, where the clinic is sending it directly to DOT, and then DOT is going to notify the agency, your local agency, MVR. But please make sure you're asking for the long form and make sure that you keep it. And the reason for that is because that system is not perfect either. And I've had a couple guys where now they were pending suspensions due to due to a broken chain of communication, not on his part, but because of it's a new process and it fell apart. Again, the process is the punishment. So if you have recently updated or received a new medical card, make sure you have a copy on you, because in the event that something broke in the line of communication, you want to be able to have it. So either A, you end up going directly to motor vehicles to update it yourself, or B, you have something to show the DOT officer that it is done and it's not your fault, and it's a break in the communication. So pay attention to that, because again, getting that type of violation is problematic. And you don't want to find yourself suspended due to just a clerical mistake that you had nothing to do with. So the only way you can control that environment is to make sure that you're paying attention and doing the right thing. Hey, good morning, David. Good morning, Sam Motors. How are you guys? There we go. So guys, just keep that in mind. And again, if you're looking, your safety team should be on top of this, helping you make sure that you're compliant. And if they're not, I think they're leaving you out there high and dry. Guys, 863-342-5171. That's what we do best, is to make sure that you're compliant, we're compliant, and everybody's winning. So if you're looking for a true partnership, give us a call, and we will definitely improve your situation. All right, so guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Got 7 people in the room, only 4 likes. Smash that like button. It helps the algorithm put this in front of the right people. And make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified when we drop these videos. All right, here we go. So do I got any comments there? Any questions? Happy Monday, start of the week. Or did anybody picking up today? Was that a pre-booked load or what? All right, we actually have one of our guys updating his renewing his IRP. So we even help our crew with that, man, so he doesn't lose time on the road. So that's important, because that's just some back office stuff, easy peasy on our end, but it keeps him moving. So we don't need any of our guys losing a day. We don't need any of our guys losing a day for some back office stuff. So if we can help and assist, that's what time it is. That's what it's about. Keeping our guys moving. So some of the things that we've had in the past, guys, to pay attention to, And it wasn't that far in the past. That's why I'm actually bringing it up. So if you currently were an owner operator and you had your own IFTA, right, and you start to use a carrier IFTA, all right, so you just can't walk away. What would happen is they're gonna actually suspend your IRP account for renewal. So for my guys who just got started and opened up their own IFTA and end up running on the carrier's IFTA because it becomes easier, fuel cards and whatnot. Make sure that you are closing that IFTA account. All right. You don't want to get caught up because what happens is they are thinking that you're running your IFTA. Why else would you apply for one if you're not going to use it? So when you do the quarterly, on the top right hand corner, unless things have changed, should be a little box that you check off that says final filing. You want to make sure that you're doing that, and or if somebody is doing this stuff for you. I know some people pay for services like this. Make sure that they're closing it, because if not, they're going to think that you're just skipping paying taxes, and then you skip enough of them and they're going to just suspend your IRP account, and now your process got that much more taxing, that much more intensive, and possibly additional days of downtime, and who needs that? So that's just some of the stuff that my guys have gone through. So pay attention to how you're forming, or your setup as an owner operator. That's why we say get as much information before you buy that truck. Have your plan. Know what you can leverage to a carrier. Know what you're going to accept and do. So you know exactly what's going to be expected of you. So guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. Come on, guys. I got 10 people in the chat, only 5 likes. Smash that like button, please. It helps the algorithm get this in front of the right people. Yeah, we got someone in the comments. All right, we got Mike. Real truckers don't start Mondays or Tuesdays. Here you go. There you go, guys. So put it in the comments. What's up? Where you guys at? Who started when? Let's go. So, so your dispatcher should be definitely calling you on that Friday to already have that, your preload, get you preloaded on Fridays. That's when that phone call should be happening. So if it is not, 863-342-5171. All right. So same or Fridays. Here we go. So there's probably people out there like, when's it supposed to start? All right, guys, and jumping back to our program. So again, you can slice and dice being an owner operator. They come in all shapes and sizes. And one of the things, the sweetest thing about being here is that you can actually level up and change it up a little bit. And what that does is basically the following. For example, a lot of guys, the majority of the people start with our trailer, and then that trailer, they'll use that. And about a year later, there are guys who actually level up and buy their own trailer. So they've had purchasing power the entire time. They just decided, all right, like let's go from that 75 to the 85% payout. And what they were able to do is in that 1 year, they get to know the dispatcher. They get to know, iron everything out, the running patterns, the trust factor is there, the money is there. So now they can actually calculate that 10% difference based on his or her numbers. So they're real numbers to them. It's not some kind of fake numbers. It's nothing like that. It's based on them, their patterns, their home time patterns, how many miles they're doing. It's really so tailored to them that they can make that best decision based on real actual numbers. So that's the beauty about that right there. And to level up, they didn't have to go anywhere. There are so many carriers out there that guys are stuck where, I don't know why, but some guys run for power only companies, and then all of a sudden, you want to level up to get some consistency and minimize that deadhead, and now they don't allow you to run your trailer there. So that could be problematic for you. We got plenty of perks here. We got plenty of options for owner operators. You just got to give us a call at 863-342-5171 to learn about which one of those is going to best fit your business model and what your needs are. All right. So because everybody wants something a little bit different. Not everybody is looking for the identical same situation, and that's why trucking is trucking. There's no silver bullet. So but the beauty about it, once again, we have plenty of programs that fit all kinds, all needs. Just give us a call, 863-342-5171. We'll be more than glad to explain how the programs work and how you would benefit from it. All right, Sam, Voyager is a good company. My friend works there for 13 years. Yeah, look at that, 13 whole years. Nice. Yeah. So having your own trailer can also be problematic on the repowering. So again, that's the beauty about that 1 year being here. You get an opportunity to see what happens during breakdowns, how things are getting handled. Because let's say you do have a breakdown, right? And it's just going to be a timely repair, not so much because of the severity of the breakdown, but like we have seen in the past where the parts, it took so long to just get a part. So it's just going to depend how that broker and the customer are going to react to that, and what the timeline looks like. We've seen a simplistic part of, as far as the sensor, it was 2.5 weeks. That's a very long time. So a lot of it can be, where another individual comes, drops his empty, picks up the trailer, the loaded trailer, executes delivery. Now he's not necessarily in a hurry to head right back to you, deadhead, just to give you the trailer back. He's going to want to keep moving and earning. So all of this is what somebody has to consider before they actually buy that first trailer. So that's why we say, for all those guys, anybody out there thinking about buying their first truck right now, this is what has to be talked about. What are pros, what are cons? These are the conversations that we welcome. Even in person, a lot of our guys have done the meet and greet in person, right here in Mulberry. You could throw a rock and hit Lakeland, but this is the mecca of trucking. So give us a call, 863-342-5171, and let's talk. Let's talk about why you're doing this, what the plan is, how you're going to get it done. And through that conversation, sometimes you discover new things and possibly a better approach to what you're trying to do. And that is what we consider good communication. Guys, like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm put these videos in front of the right people. We definitely we need that algorithm to pick up. It keeps us inspired to keep these videos coming. So we appreciate anybody doing that. And if you are not already, please subscribe. Tons of information and videos on that Super Trucker podcast. So check us out. All right. Yep. So again, trailers, not only is the repower, you are now responsible for the maintenance as well. And so your added responsibility increased a little bit as well. So there's good and bad to everything. It just depends on the individual, if it's going to be worth it to them or if it's not going to be worth it to them to do so. All right. So that's something to keep in mind. Other scenarios as well, like we talked about the plate program. So if you are buying that truck, you're going to decide whether you're getting your own or whether you're going to run under someone's plate. It can go either way. We have plenty of guys who've been this with for a very long time. They just don't want to be bothered with the paperwork. They're busy running and getting their home time and doing 34s and all that good stuff. So what they would be doing is actually, just leveraging and allowing us to do that for them. So it could be an easy, mind-free experience. And then they're never even subject to an IRP audit, because yes, IRP audits exist. And if you get one, it is not fun. And then you would have some downtime as you're addressing that. So, I mean, actually, anybody out there in the comments, have you ever had one? Share with us that nightmare. So there's also value to running under someone else's plate for that. It would be our headache. We manage all that for you, and it keeps you moving. And again, the beauty about that owner operator, like, you can shift a lot of these liabilities to somebody else who has who has that back office, who has the personnel to handle that, to make sure that you don't get caught up in these situations, like the IRPs, all of that good stuff is getting handled for you. You just focus on what's most important to your business, and that's getting there on time, and knocking out the loads. So again, 863-342-5171. Give us a call. We'll be more than gladly to speak with you about the opportunity and what we can do for you. All right. All right. Do we have any questions out there about the program, what we have to offer, anything like that? All right. All right. So just keep in mind, guys. What about tolls? So tolls. The best way to handle tolls, guys, is to make sure you're getting your own pre-pass. Um, so once you have that pre-pass, just keep in mind, how long does it take? Do you know out there? I think maybe about 2 weeks to get your actual unit delivered. But you want to have your own pre-pass. That way, that's yours, and you're always compliant with that. We definitely recommend that. Again, you don't, I do think that you have to have your plate number already. The only thing is you cannot use a temporary plate number to apply for your pre-pass. It has to be the permanent one already. So just keep that in mind. Here, tolls, customers always have to pay. So we have a beautiful relationship with the owner operators. Like, if you're taking a certain load and it requires the tolls, you gotta let that dispatcher know right there and then we're gonna negotiate the shit out of that with the broker to make sure that they're actually paying for that. It shouldn't be coming out of you. The rate has to be strong enough that it's just a part of do business, and it makes sense. At the end of the day, that's how it should get handled. So do you know, actually, by any chance, Sam Motors, how long does it take to get the actual pre-pass? Am I just waiting on the response? All right, and so that's the idea behind it, guys. How we do things as well. It's not just through educating, but also there are certain things that should be under your belt. Whether it's for example, your bobtail insurance. You can have your own direct policy. You'll be surprised, what it costs. A lot of guys think it's going to cost like this astronomical amount of money. Yeah, it's like 5 to 10 minutes to set up, but how long does it take for you to actually get it? So going back to that, it's the bobtail. So let's say you got guys that go from one company to the other, and then you got this like window of not having insurance. And even when guys are buying the first truck, I see a lot of guys buy this temporary insurance bullshit where the dealer is going to charge you like $500 for 30 days. Do not get caught up in that. Don't buy that. It's just a waste of time. You could have bonded a regular policy for that amount of money, and you wouldn't be in a situation where it's going to be canceling and you're shopping again for insurance. So one of the things we do, the team actually gives you resources. We actually physically help you get some quotes from different scenarios. True North of the world are pretty good. A lot of guys like that. And so we even got somebody out there that's going to help us. Uh, so here we go. And what we're doing, I'll get to that comment. And what we're doing there is basically the following: as we're providing you these types of quotes, you're going to pick the one that best fits your business. So some are going to have down payments and the premium is different. Some don't have down payments and the premium is a little higher or less. It just depends on what you're shopping for. But nevertheless, having your own, you're sending the check directly. You're in control of that. Something so critical as to keeping the truck insured. is in your hands, and making sure that everything is on the is going well with that. Because especially if there's a lien holder on there and you got Adam as a cert holder and all that good stuff. So for those guys who are buying the first truck, just stay away from buying that temporary 30-day insurance. I would not recommend doing that. I don't know if anybody on here has ever bought that before. I just kind of think it's a waste of time. You might as well have just gotten your own insurance. Usually what I see is, they're pushing that when they want to roll the metal, because they could probably sell it to you right there. They just want you to roll off the lot and sale is done. But be smarter than that. Don't fall for that. You might as well just get your own insurance. You could probably find one and have the cert in their hands within an hour. So don't get caught up in buying that temporary insurance, guys. All right, so here we go. Melvin said pre-pass requires you to prepare an account to pay tolls, and requires you to prepay an account to pay tolls and keep a minimum amount. So here you go, guys. So as you're doing that, plan for your business accordingly. Make sure it's part of doing business. So that's something that you have to think about when you're out there and you're planning this. Melvin, how long did it take for it to arrive for you? Man, okay, so about a week. All right, so it took about a week to get there. So just kind of calculating that, right? Because we have a lot of guys who come through orientation, get plated, have the permanent plate, apply, but they're hitting the road. So it's kind of getting to the house while they're out on the road. So timing is everything, I guess, right? So here we go. Paying attention to those details, guys, matters to your bottom line, your business. So here we go. All right. So here we go. All right, my people, make sure you like, share, subscribe, get this video in front of others. All right, but you were a previous customer, so you're pretty much just reactivating an account. Yeah, but I think that sounds about right. I don't think it's going to take probably more than that. But just planning accordingly, guys. Best case scenario is a week. Add a couple of days on the cushion time as you're there, but nevertheless, you want to make sure you have that, so when you hit the ground running, you're not killing time out there, and so forth. All right, so here we go. All right, so just like I said, we should be having a guy from Lone Mountain coming through, and then we will do a nice video on that truck, do that walk around, and get that over to you guys as soon as we have it. All right, my people. Is there any more comments or questions in the chat? All right. So once again, if you're looking for the best trucking company in Florida, 863-342-5171. We are looking for business partners to join the team. I have some trailers available. So if you're in need of a trailer and you're looking for a better partnership, we are the guy you should be calling. Once again, it is 863-342-5171. Guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm get these videos in front of the right people. And if you are not subscribed, do so and hit the bell icon. It will notify you when we drop videos just like this. What we do is answer any kind of questions in the comments that you may have related to becoming an owner operator. So please feel free to put them up in the comments so we can address them and get them answered for you. And again, it's about sharing good information with good people so you can make the best business decision for yourself and make sure you improve the odds of your success as you become an owner operator for the first time. And for those who are looking to level up, we are the place to be. 863-342-5171. Get all the details and learn exactly why. All right, my people, without further ado, please drive safe, be safe, stay earning. And we will talk to you tomorrow, 9 a.m. All right. Any other comments before I go? All right. I guess not. So all my people who joined, once again, be safe, drive safe. We will talk to you guys soon, and be safe.